Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shadowplay Tarot. Friends, happy Aries season. We are in the full swing of fiery ass Aries season. And I don't know about you, but I was definitely feeling ready to start this astrological new year, hit the ground running, and just like move forward with the things that excite me, right? A little chaotic, but I was fine with it. And then 1 week into Aries season, and I'm like, wow, this energy is definitely coming out swinging. So I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I am definitely excited to see what kind of insight we can gain into the month of April. Through our horoscopes. So I do have a couple of announcements to talk about before we jump to our fiery horoscopes. The first being that I have updated how you can book a personal reading with me. I did add it as a product to my online shop, and that is how you'll be able to pay for your reading. Currently, you should expect to get your reading within 1 week of when you purchase it. It'll probably be sooner, but I have some things going on right now that are kind of putting my name out there a little bit more, so I am starting to get busier. So if you have any questions, I have also updated a new email where you can reach me just about tarot, and I will definitely try to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours during the week. The weekend, I might be a little spotty. But so check it out. I am adding the link down below. And like I said, there's a few different readings. I put up a general reading, a career reading, and a love reading. I just want to let you guys know they're all pretty general. Like we'll hit on different areas, but like the career will be more focused on your finances, on your work, like that kind of stuff. And then the love reading, I'll be more focused on your love life, but you might get other messages as well that kind of correlates to your energy. So don't stress too much about the options. And, I just kind of want to get a general idea as to what you want me to look into. And yeah, I listed my email on the site as well. So if you forget, you can just click that and contact me with any questions that you have, and we'll talk them over. And if you have a special request, we can also talk about that as well. So currently my schedule only permits filmed readings like this, but it'll be just personal, like just for you. So I'll be emailing you a private link to your reading where you will be able to come back to it as often and whenever you'd like. So you'll always have access to those messages. And let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it relating to the readings. The other thing I also wanted to touch on is if you follow me on Instagram, there is a scammer, friends, and I have been posting about it, but I know it's the algorithm's weird. So I've been posting about it every day, but trying not to give it more energy. There's literally nothing I can do. Instagram kind of verified that for me. They got back to me on one of my accounts, my other accounts that I reported the scammer on, because of course I was the first one that they blocked. So if it wasn't for you guys, whoever it was that reached out to me over DMs and was asking me if I have a second account. So it's exactly the same as mine, the same name over on Instagram. My candle shop is Shadowplay Collective, but they added an underscore at the end, which is like so lame. And they copied all my photos, you know how that works. But the worst part is that they're like DMing people, pretending to be me. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that, guys. That's also kind of the push. Just know I will never reach out to you. If you want a personal reading, I'm more than willing, but that's because you're coming to me. So I don't seek anyone out in that way. Let me see. Okay. And then the last thing I would like to talk about is super exciting news. Starting April 1st, which I think it's going to be April 1st when these horoscopes post, you will also be able to find additional horoscopes, but they're written, not in video. They're my written horoscopes that I'm doing over for my friend's site on happilyevaafter.com. I'm also adding that link here below. Super exciting. Eva and I have known each other for a while, And yeah, we just decided to do this little collaboration. I'm going to be kind of like a guest. I'll have like a guest spot over on her site monthly where we'll be posting additional horoscopes. So you'll still have these in video form. And then if you're interested in seeing what I have to say over there, you'll have to check them out. And then Eva and I are also going to be doing monthly lives where we just kind of go more in depth into what's going on. Yeah, we'll give more details on the horoscopes, or if there's any like cool eclipses, or like, you know, just stuff like that. We're like fun witchy conversation. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you give me a follow over on IG, but please make sure that it does not have the underscore at the end. I am just Shadowplay Collective or Shadowplay Tarot as well over on Instagram. All right, friends, that is the most I've talked to you about non-tarot. Well, it was tarot related, but you know what I mean. That's the longest intro I've given, but I just had to let you guys know that I'm really excited about the little revamp on the site. I did add additional options for candles as well, selling them in bulk. For those of you that are like me and just burn through the supply so quickly, I always have them on my altars. You know, just it's a vibe around here. So if you're also like that, make sure to check it out because that might save you some coins if you want to purchase in a slightly higher quantity. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you on the news front. And now let's jump to your readings. Let's see what April has in store for us, friends. Hello, my fellow Taurus babies, and welcome to your April horoscope reading, friends. April Tauruses. Happy birthday. Happy birthday month. I myself am a May Taurus. And so, yeah, it is almost our season at the time that I'm posting this. All right, my loves, let's jump right into your reading. We have a lot to cover today. The first part of your reading will be general messages. They could be about love, money, home. We'll see what comes through. And then we'll be checking into your energy for the month, what's coming towards you, some advice. And then the second part of your reading, we will be focusing on love, of course. But just because the second part focuses on love doesn't mean love isn't going to creep up in the first part of your reading. So that'll be for you to decipher. All right, my friends, a reminder that this is a collective reading. If something does not feel like it's for you, it's probably not. So you can go ahead and ignore that. If something feels true to you, then I hope you hear what you needed to hear, my friends. Let's get started. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for the Taurus Collective. What's the energy that's going to be surrounding my Taurus? What's their energy in the month of April, I should say? What's my Taurus's energy in the month of April? We have High Priestess. I feel like you're going to be keeping to yourself a lot. You're not going to be talking to a lot of people, perhaps. I don't know why, guys, in my head, I literally just heard no new friends. So I don't know if that means something to someone. But it feels like you're going to be doing as you see fit. We have a King of Wands showing up, someone very creative, following their passions, someone who could be getting a lot of attention, someone that others look to lead, a creative leader. We have a lot of people coming up in your reading. We have a Queen of Swords coming up, someone speaking their truth. We have an Emperor reverse. Okay, so we have Taurus. There's lots of fire showing up in your reading. I can't even talk. It's all like coming to me so quickly. Okay, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be heavy on the Aries vibes. Very masculine. Usually this person is a leader and takes charge, but there's something here that someone doesn't feel comfortable. Maybe it's comfortable because I was going to say comfortable. That's not what I meant to say though. Someone isn't feeling very confident or they're not taking the lead. And there is this Queen of Swords that's showing up and she's vocalizing a lot. She's speaking a lot. Even if she's not speaking a lot, when she does, it's like straight to the point, I guess is what I'm feeling. Yeah, because it definitely doesn't mean you're speaking a lot, especially if you're in High Priestess. But when you do speak, it's like there's truth and conviction behind it. Now, the truth is your truth. Yeah, take with that, take that as you will. But however it is that you feel, it's like you're expressing that verbally. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. So sometimes the Emperor can be a husband or a partner, like the masculine energy. But they're just showing up as like non-committed or not able to lead. And we also have a tie of a long-term commitment, possibly a family or a home or a job that you've been invested in for over 10 years. What's that energy? The Empress. So I feel, a Taurus, that you're going to be you're coming up here. You're the Empress. So I was feeling that here and I was feeling that here. We're dealing with a Taurus here, who's like gives life to things. There's lots of life energy coming through. Only take that as it resonates. This could be creative projects. This could be actually someone is a mother or has children. This could be someone who is just very abundant in a very like nurturing way. It's a very beautiful energy to be in. It's very attractive. Whatever this is, it's like I'm seeing counterparts here. So I'm seeing that possibly one partner is being very verbal about the family or the long-term commitment, the situation, and this person is still sitting and like holding it down. Like it's cool. Like this Empress can handle her own. Whatever it is she needs to handle, she can handle it. I'm saying she because it's a feminine energy, but again, the readings are always genderless. And then we have this masculine energy that's showing up, and they're showing confidence out into the world, but there's something that's underlying here that is throwing this masculine energy off guard. I just saw the Six of Cups. It could have to do with children, or it could have to do with memories of the past. Why the High Priestess spirit for the energy Taurus is going to be in the month of April? An ending. You're being very quiet about an ending / beginning of something new. Something big is ending for you. This could be a way of living. This could be wrapping up a long-term commitment or getting in, like there's something here long-term steady and it's coming to an end. I mean, I don't know, maybe there's a Taurus out there that just gave birth or added to their family in some way, or I don't know why I'm getting like a lot of home vibes here. It doesn't have to be. I'm sure some of this has to do with work, but there's you're not really, like I said, you're kind of keeping to yourself and you're not really speaking on this new chapter you're going in. There's something big here. Something big ended so that something new can begin, and it kind of feels like there's celebration to it, but I don't think you're involving everybody. You're just kind of keeping it to yourself. This might be your own personal something you're closing out. So this King of Wands is coming off now with the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this is telling me that this person is having a difficult time providing consistency in some way. They're passionate, they're excited, they're trying to do the things, but they're coming up short in some way. This could be I don't know if their mood is being affected, if they're, I don't see that they're stretched too thin. I just see that there's something going on that's making them very hot and cold, or it's like they can't keep up. Like there's something here where their fire is like burning too hard and too big, and it's not going to last. I mean, that could even I don't know, maybe sexually as well if you're involved with this person. I don't know if that's being affected. Yeah, so now the energy that I'm getting is We have the Judgment in reverse and the Moon showing itself. So if you resonate with this Queen of Swords, this could also be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like you're the one that's going to be communicating your truth and communicating what you expect out of the situation. You're going to be bringing down the sword, and you're going to expect out of the situation. There's something here about your responsibilities or someone's responsibilities being lightened because it's too much. So maybe there's an uneven situation going on where you're taking care of more things, and now you're expressing like, look, I'm ready to, I'm dropping all this extra stuff I'm doing. This Emperor in reverse, it almost feels like they want reunion, or they want to have fun, or they want to get together, but they're not coming off from like, they're not in a powerful place. I don't know if it's because they rather have fun and that's why they're hot and cold, but you're like, I'm ready to drop these responsibilities. So I just had a card fall on the floor. It was the Four of Wands. And this is kind of showing me that you, like the commitment, the home, the stability, the marriage, whatever this is, like, I feel like you're like sitting up on this beautiful throne, and it's like known that this is what you expect. There's something very celebratory in your energy, but at the same time, there's a masculine energy that's showing up as something that you're probably going to have to address. I do see there is an emotional new beginning, new love coming in when it comes to your family. Earlier, I did say maybe there's a Taurus here that just gave birth or is having a baby. Congratulations if that is you. But yeah, I see new love. I see people wanting to celebrate, but there's something here about this masculine energy. Maybe they don't want to celebrate, and you're like, no, we need this. I don't know. Everyone's situation's going to be different, but there's going to be a balance that you're going to have to find. But I see there's a nice, beautiful milestone when it comes to your home life or your home, your stability, your relationship. There's something really nice there. All right, my Tauruses, let's move on. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What can my Tauruses expect in the month of April? What can they expect to be heading their way in the month of April? What can my Tauruses expect in the month of April? What can my Tauruses expect in the month of April? Now they're shuffling nicely. That first read, they didn't want to shuffle very well. Thank you, Spirit. What can my Tauruses expect in the month of April? What's heading their way? We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. We'll check out why. That could either be a wish, an unfulfilled wish, or something about your comfort zone. Perhaps an unfulfilled wish when it comes to recognition. This could be tying into those things that you are going to have to swing down the sword on earlier in your reading, when we talked about how you're carrying too much responsibility or too much burdens, and you vocalize that. I think that might be part of your wish that's unfulfilled, is you wanting to get recognized for what you are doing. This is showing you kind of getting out of your head about something. But it's also feeling like you're a little guarded and maybe like detached, or like ignoring a situation. Someone here feels ignored. Let's see, what else? What's heading towards my Tauruses in the month of April, Spirit? We have the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords. Someone watching you from a distance. Maybe you guys aren't talking, or you can even expect communication from a younger air sign. Doesn't have to be. Someone here is sitting back wondering how to move forward, wondering what the future holds and what they got to do to get there. We have the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Cups in reverse. So your wish that's unfulfilled has to do with, there's something about emotional balance. And look, there's that card again about carrying too many burdens. So I feel like your emotions are going to be a little like all over the place, because maybe you do get something that you wished for, but it comes at a price. And myself being a Taurus, I'm like thinking of the things it could be. So I'm right there with you, Taurus. But it just feels like you do get something that you wished for, but it is going to leave you feeling a little emotionally off balance, because with this recognition or with this thing that you got comes a lot more responsibility, is what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. Why the Eight of Swords in reverse, Spirit? You're going to have to get out of your head when it comes to conflict with other people or drama. So I would say maybe even like ignore drama or conflict with other people. Why the Four of Cups? There's something here that started off as being really exciting, and it's just, I feel like it's just something that's kind of turned into something you don't want to deal with. You're like, there's potential there, but like, it just, yeah, you don't want to think about it. You're kind of like detaching from something that you were really excited about, and it's leaving you in this energy of maybe just moving forward, but not in a way of like being invested in the same way, because you might be overwhelmed or overburdened by other things. We have the Two of Wands with the Guru in reverse, which makes me feel like you're wondering where to from here. There's something very untraditional about your path, or there's something here that's changing. Maybe you yourself are wondering if you should start doing things your way and break away from the things that maybe were expected of you, or you yourself even expected. Maybe in the past, if this would have came up and you were like, oh, I would do it like this, I would do it like that. And now it's like, well, it's not that easy. I actually have to think about what's the best way to move forward for me. And that's actually going to look different than what I thought or what anyone else may think. It's going to be something that I feel like you're going to be reflecting on it a lot. And at the same time of like being in a detached or bored energy. Why the Page of Swords? I feel like you're being seen a lot. People are looking at you, but they're not telling you. They're not talking to you. Or maybe you're blocking people out. You know that you're being seen right now because there's something big that is happened in your life, according to the first part of your reading, whatever milestone that is. I am getting the sense that there are people that are watching you, but at the same time, they might not be communicating that. I feel like you're cutting communication off. Perhaps there's something here about communication. If this is regarding a child or children, like they are showing up, but there seems to be, I feel like there's an adjustment period. I was just shown the World reversed, and now the Two of Cups in reversed. We have the World reversed twice with the Two of Cups in reverse. So it's like unfinished business in a partnership that is not in alignment right now. There's unfinished business before you can fully step into this milestone. Take that as it resonates, my Taurus babies. All right. Thank you for those messages, Spirit. Let's pull a few cards before we move on to your love reading. Let's pull a few cards for advice, my Taurus friends. That was interesting. That's my go-to phrase. That's interesting. I literally don't know what to say anymore. In 2022, after the things we've seen, friends, all I got sometimes is that's interesting. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do you have for my Taurus friends? What advice for my Taurus friends? I keep being shown the World card in reverse. The cycle's not completely wrapped up yet. Transition period or just unfinished business in some way before it can elevate. That could also be the Guru reverse too. How do I elevate myself? What do I have to do differently? What do I have to change and move towards? Six of Cups. I saw that earlier. Sweet, sweet love, sweet memories, childhood, life and children keep coming through in your reading. Have courage. Have the courage to know that you can handle this. This big milestone you're coming into, it's leading into like a new chapter of your life, and that's going to require courage. And that could also be that Two of Wands too, the courage to move differently and to change as you need to. You don't owe anyone anything other than yourself, Taurus. Oh, I like that. I like that for myself too. What advice for my Taurus friends? Stand in your independence. I like this. This is very single energy, very hardworking as well, and just handling the business. Whatever's going on here, there's going to be a sense of independence for you. And it's going to be very healing. It's going to heal past experiences that let you down, that disappointed you. Why the Six of Cups? This feels, it's either like a second chance or an awakening regarding childhood or memories. There's a deep knowing here. Maybe even someone you knew from the past, maybe even a past life connection. By the Strength card. And the World. Why the World? Ah, look at that. The World card twice. Oh. Spirit, I love your sense of humor. Why the Nine of Pentacles? Tower. And why the Three of Swords in reverse? Okay. Why the Tower, Spirit? Why the Tower with that Nine of Pentacles? The Knight of Swords in reverse. Two knights holding back. Oh, okay. And why the Knight of Wands with the Three of Swords in reverse? Okay. So, what I'm feeling here, Taurus, it's like you're being encouraged to like have the courage and almost like the bravery to make these decisions. It kind of feels like you're not sure how to move forward or you can't visualize the future, but it's almost like encouraging you to have the strength and the courage to think beyond what's going on now, because you do know that there is something big ending, but there is a resistance to letting it end. There's something here that isn't done. And I think part of that is maybe your self-acceptance or your surrendering to the situation. I'm not sure what that's going to be for, each person. There's something that's going to change abruptly when it comes to your singlehood or your independence. It's going to make you feel guarded, and it's going to make you feel like holding back. You're not going to want to move forward. I'm feeling like a resistance. This could even be holding back action, or I'm actually seeing you're holding back action in two places, and this is bringing up bravery and courage to be able to move forward. Because it does feel like there's something abrupt that's changing when it comes to your this could be your independence, your finances. It could very well be your finances, because I see you holding on tight to something that you're afraid to lose. You're like holding on to it. We'll look into it. I feel like that's a big message to leave it at that. We have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Wands. So there's something here in the past that didn't give to you consistently. There's a very hot and cold energy, something that's really exciting, and it took off, and then it may have fizzled just as fast, and it left you kind of feeling defensive. But I do see that there is going to be healing when it comes to that. Now, whether or not this is tied to the Tower moment, I'm not really sure, but that message wanted to come through that there's going to be healing regarding a hot and cold situation that you felt like you were fighting for, you were defending. Spirit, why this tower with the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in reverse? Can you tell me more about that, please? Oh, that was weird. So this card wanted to come out reverse, but it was kind of standing up like this for a minute. I don't know if the camera caught that. There's a resistance. I feel like this tower is going to happen to help you move forward, but you're going to be inclined to hold back. You're going to want to hold back. But there's something here that's meant to help you go forward. But I don't know if you're going to feel that way. You're going to feel a little held back. What advice for the Taurus? One more, Spirit. It's just asking you to drop like feeling conflicted and standing your power. Like if you're mentally conflicted, yeah, I feel like this is just calling you out. This is going to be a mind game more than anything. Because whatever's happening, I feel like it's happening regardless. Woohoo! All right. Put on your seatbelts, my Tauruses. We're in for a wild ride. All right, friends, let's jump into your love reading before we turn this into a 6-hour long reading, which y'all know, if you've been following me, I could probably easily do. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Can we check into my Taurus's love life, Spirit? When it comes to love, what's the energy for April when it comes to love, Spirit? For my Taurus collective, what's the energy when it comes to love, Spirit? In the month of April. One more shuffle. What's the energy when it comes to love in the month of April? I keep being shown that Tower card. Look at that. I didn't even know that flipped over. That's the Strength card again. When it comes to love, Spirit is asking you to have courage to face your fears regarding it. So your Tower could be something coming in, someone coming in that's going to affect your singlehood, and you're going to be feeling guarded. You're going to be like, nope, I like my singlehood. Thank you very much. You look fun. You look like a good time when I'm bored Friday at 11 p.m., but I kind of like how things are. We have Page of Cups showing up. Young love, crush. Younger water sign, doesn't have to be. Someone presenting feelings. Could be a child. We have Six of Swords in reverse. A possible reunion or not moving away from the situation. You're like, I am not leaving my singlehood behind. I like being single. I like my dress. I like my plants. I like my pets. I like coming and going. Yeah, and there's something here that wants to keep you. That's gonna, yeah. It's gonna feel like a lot. Yeah, when it comes to love, there's something here that's gonna be a lot. You're gonna be feeling it in a kind of stressful way, Taurus. What the fuck? When it comes to love, what can my Tauruses expect in the month of April? And now a King of Cups, deep, deep love for the situation, for the family, for you, for the home, whatever this is. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't have to be. Someone that does not wear their heart on their sleeve. Someone that you're like, you love me that much? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, but you literally never show it. Now, depending on how much you know this person or how deep you know this person, you might be able to tell that they love you from just their normal behavior and their signs. But if you don't know them like that, you might even be surprised to know how much they care. Yeah, my friends, this is going to take courage for you to open up, okay? Earlier when I said it could be finances, I mean, it could be, but we're in your love reading, and this is going to push you out of your comfort zone to open up, or someone's being pushed out of their comfort zone to open up. We have the King of Swords in reverse with the Page of Cups. So this person could be an air sign, doesn't have to be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but this is someone who's usually very intelligent, like mentally clear and can communicate. And I feel like when it comes to feelings, they don't know how to communicate, and they come off as this page where they're like, I like you. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just kind of what I thought. And you're like, wait, what? You're usually able to articulate conversation. It could be that, or it could be that someone here is blocked off. Someone that's normally very mentally open or has things to say. They're cut off from something, but it's like someone here has. I feel like someone here has emotions. Someone here has deep love, but someone only knows how to express it in an emotionally immature way. Only take it how it resonates, my Tauruses. It's it's collective energy. Why the Six of Swords in reverse, Spirit? You're not moving away from this thing because you want it, my Taurus. There's a passionate new beginning coming, and I feel if you guys are disconnected, it's a coming back together because someone here is rowing their boat back. They're rowing their boat back. That's so funny on the Ace of Wands by the Nine of Pentacles, Spirit. Taurus, man, you're gonna be in for it because I feel like you're just not like this person that is just ready to be a vulnerable or like emotionally open up. Like, I don't know, there's something here about that, but something here is gonna happen quickly. You're gonna like go from being like this independent energy to having some kind of fast movement or communication that's going to leave you feeling like you're not being as defensive. You're trying not to be as defensive. You're trying not to have this like guardedness about you. This is encouraging you to be a little more open, maybe not so rigid. That's also what we saw earlier with that Guru in reverse. Why the Ten of Swords? You're going to be very back and forth. That's going to be the stressful part about you. I feel like you don't know if you can trust whatever this is because maybe past experiences keep creeping up, or you just don't know how to feel because you have other stuff going on. By the King of Cups. I feel like you don't trust this love or this King of Cups. I feel like you see potential to be happy here, but there's a tinge of negativity when it comes to it. And I feel like you're going to be like awake at night. My Taurus is that we cannot do that to our beauty sleep. But there's something that's going to be very healing about keeping to yourself, healing yourself. But I also don't see you walking away from this emotional new beginning. Because I'm seeing a passionate beginning, a new beginning, and an emotional one as well for you. Let me see. So we have two masculine energies that showed up. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Doesn't have to be. I was just shown Aquarius again. We also have Leo. Leo showing up strong. But doesn't have to be. Just giving you guys the elements. Well, all right, my Tauruses. Let's see. That's going to be the energy in love. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What's going to be heading towards my Tauruses in love in the month of April? What's going to be heading towards my Tauruses in love in the month of April? What's going to be heading towards my Tauruses in love in the month? Okay. Taurus, you're going to have to get out of your head about the sexual energy that's coming towards you. Now, if it's not sexual energy, whatever it is, it's exciting and it's a new beginning. It's going to require you to kind of take a leap of faith. It's a new start. It's a new start. It's a wish fulfillment. I'm seeing a wish fulfillment, guys. Well, happy birthday, April, Tauruses. Or the Eight of Swords in reverse. Get out of your head about being single or about being independent or being on your own. Like there's something here where you just got to release that fear. Why the Ace of Wands? There's something here where you're carrying it's like almost like unburden yourself through this encounter. Take that as you will, but it feels like taking the edge off. Taking the edge off, my Tauruses, with this passionate new beginning that you might have coming towards you. Whatever you're starting, it's going to be different than anything you've done before. It feels untraditional, at least to you. This is you kind of getting out of your comfort zone and like stepping out of something that maybe was very rigid before, very much expected. You have a wish fulfillment that's, okay, either someone had other options and you figured out which one to pick, or you were picked. I don't know. There's something like that. Or someone here gained clarity when they had lots of options. Like they managed to find clarity, and that's a wish fulfillment for you. Who's this Ace of Wands, Spirit? Who's this Ace of Wands? What? Tell me about this Ace of Wands. This could be you in a situation that you overgave to, or that you were the giver. Who's this Ace of Wands? Or maybe you've overgiven. I don't know. I don't think you're talking to this person right now. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio doesn't have to be. Someone here is blocked because they're not sure if they want to invest in this and they're purposely ignoring it. But there's also healing that's going on. I see reunion, guys. I see a soul connection. Okay. That's what my daughter says. She'll go, okay. And that's what I felt like right now. All right, my friends. Now keep in mind, check your moon sign, your rising sign. Some people like to check Venus. I just stick with sun, moon, and rising. If you want to know how to find those, I always just Google. I like personally Cafe Astrology. I am not affiliated with them in any way. They're just the site that I use to go and enter my info. And I just always have my birth chart pulled up because I like to, anytime I get like a new astrology book or something, I always go back and look. So if you're interested in that, I find them to be a decent resource. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else do my Tauruses need to know? You already had stuff falling out of the bowl. All right, lots of passion here, okay? You are going to be encouraged to pull the trigger on something. It feels hot, guys. I don't know. It feels exciting. And just to validate what I'm saying, these juicy thighs ain't digmatized. So if there's one thing for sure, there's a Taurus here that is not trying to get deed down to the point that they find themselves in a committed situation or they give up some of their freedoms. There's something relating to that, okay, guys? We have keep at it, encouraging you to keep at it, but also, like I said, this person that's coming in might be a situation where in the past you guys have already been involved with in some point. It doesn't have to be, but it just feels like there's something coming back. Keep at it. We have thanks I got it at Versace, a reminder to be true to yourself, but also I think you're going to be feeling like the situation's a little sus. It's going to be interesting, Taurus, if you take the leap of faith. How about we have a Taurus meetup in the comments at the end of the month and we just, talk about what ended up happening because this is juicy. We have Aaliyah. For you, for some reason, I thought age ain't nothing but a number. I don't know if there's an age difference here. Also, 1 in a million and Rock the Boat. I'm also getting images of her in... oh my God, Queen of the Damned. We have Sadness wearing the Cure sweater. Maybe someone here likes the Cure. Maybe someone here was being sad. And we have Do Not Disturb, you guys. you might end up having a little sleepover. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a little reunion, or maybe just a self-care day at a hotel if this situation only involves your own self-love, friends. I never know how these readings are going to find you, but as always, I hope you heard something that you can use in your real life off of the internet, my friends. And so that is what I have for you today, my Tauruses. I hope you have an awesome month, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my Virgo friends, and welcome to your April horoscope reading, friends. This reading was already done. It was a done deal, and then when I got to the editing portion of the situation, it was nowhere to be found. So bizarre. I have the audio, I don't have the footage. So here we are. Yeah, I guess it's kind of on par with the weird little frustrating situations that have been coming up for me. And I've heard from the collective as well that emotions are definitely running high, friends. So if I was being tested, I feel like I did a pretty good job. I kind of moped about it for about 30 seconds and I was like, okay, whatever, we'll get it done tomorrow. I got a good night's sleep and now I'm ready to go. To be honest, I don't remember exactly what came through in your reading. I'm sure if I went back and listened, it would come back to me. So that's cool. We'll start on a fresh slate and see what messages want to come through for you today for the month of April. So my Virgos, we're first going to be looking into your general energy, what's going on with you during this month. Then we're going to be looking into what's heading your way, what you need to know. And then the second portion of the reading, of course, will be the love reading, my friends. If you do skip ahead to the love portion, I do want to say that most of the signs did have love show up in the general area. So if that's I don't know. Maybe someone needed to hear that. All right, let's get started. Spirit, thank you for allowing me to channel these messages for my Virgo friends. Deep breath. Spirit, what messages do my Virgos need to know about April? What would you like to let them know? What's going to be their energy throughout the month of April, Spirit, for the Virgo collective? What's my Virgo's energy in the month of April, Spirit? What's my Virgo's energy? What do they need to know when it comes to their energy in the month of April? I was seeing the King of Wands, or not the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen came out. We'll take that as reverse for now, but we'll see what the rest of the read is like. You're coming through right here as the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo. Very much focused or like work-oriented, trying to find balance again or bring something. If there is some like paperwork or something you're handling, I see that. I see there being an opportunity to I see you being on point here. There is an Emperor in reverse, which we'll look into who that is. Someone who's, it's a masculine energy that isn't really leading right now. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they lack confidence in some way, but I see you being good. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're putting in work on something. And then now we have the Strength reverse showing up. Okay. My Virgo's energy, Spirit. So I feel like there might be a partnership that I don't know what's going on with it yet, but it feels like you're kind of focused on work or on your projects or new beginning. And there's level up vibes for you. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Why the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. Why the Strength card in reverse, Spirit? So this could be something really long term. I mean, we have the Ten of Pentacles there. Something about your long-term stability. Man, I'm feeling like you're putting in work when it comes to something that's going to be like, or that is big, meaning like in your life, like something that's going to last a long time, um, or it's something you've already been involved with for a long time and there's a new opportunity within that. So we'll take a look. But I do feel like I was saying there's this masculine energy showing up. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be, but this person is normally like a leader. People look up to them. They're a provider. They're very consistent. They're reliable. And this person right now, they're just not. They're not those things. They probably have something going on in their life that's kind of throwing them off balance. Whatever it is, though, it left you in a place of deciding to, you know what, I'm just going to drop it. Like, I can't worry about that anymore. And with that, it's almost like it couldn't get any worse in the situation, like the way it made you feel or the way you thought about it. Whatever that was, it just kind of feels like you had to heal and like let it go. And that kind of led you to this chapter, to this new chapter. I do feel like something really big is coming to an end, or you already closed it out, and it's so that something new can start. It's like literally the next chapter of your life. I do think that because it is so big, I mean, at least that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's something that's bringing you from being this Nine of Pentacles in reverse to being this queen. So it's like the nine starts as like the little sister. And then by the time you're queen, it's like you've matured into that. And there's something about you maturing into this. With the Justice upright, I really like this, especially because it's over this Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Knight of Cups in reverse is telling me that there was a situation, a person, a place, a thing. It was something that kept you around because it gave you like false hope. It gave you like, I don't know, maybe it didn't mean to, but it almost like overpromised and underdelivered in some way. And each time that this situation or this person, whatever it was, they came to you and they were like, okay, it's going to be like this and things are going to change. And I don't know, there's something that just never quite changed in the situation, or it just didn't leave you feeling the way that it promised it would. And I feel that that's being corrected now. You do have a new opportunity here that is coming up when it comes. I'm feeling work vibes for you guys from this reading. It could be relationship or love. We do have the Two of Cups in reverse, and we will get to that. But I think for a lot of you, it has to do with some kind of tangible opportunity. I don't think you have all the information that you would have hoped to have when it comes to this. This could be, I don't know, maybe it's even information that you haven't come across, like on your own, like something about communication, or maybe you expected someone to communicate with you about this new opportunity, but someone is just, or something, like it's not coming in. You're not getting the news that you expected. There's also a sense here where with this judgment, the judgment in the world is telling me that you're going through an awakening period, which means who you're about to be isn't who you were like X amount of time ago. For some of you, it could be 6 months or a year or however long and depending what cycle it is that closed out for you. And there's something that like, this is meant. And I feel like it's almost like a wake up call that maybe in the past you put it off before you actually like jumped. But there's also a sense that you feel possibly not capable or dependent financially on something else. And it's making you, I don't know if it's second guess yourself or just like you're a little afraid to, and possibly like holding back, because it could have been something that you were involved with for a long time, or I am seeing family vibes, it could be a big transition in whatever kind of way. And there's family involved or a long-term situation that kind of makes you I'm seeing a little bit of self-doubt. But if you're resonating with this self-doubt, I want you to know that it's kind of like, it's just because you're getting pushed out of some kind of comfort zone is what I feel like. Because I feel like deep down deep down why this is happening, and possibly that it has to happen, depending on what your situation is. There is a partnership coming up here that doesn't feel like it feels like there's a block there right now. I don't know if this is, it feels like it's some kind of soul connection. It could be a friend or a lover, someone you're involved with. And it feels like the disconnect is coming because someone here isn't speaking their truth, or they're not really speaking um, from a place of clarity. Possibly when they do talk, it's, I don't know. I don't think that they're fully expressing where they truly stand in the situation, because possibly they don't really know. So this could be you or someone else, but I do see that that is coming up as the block in that partnership, friendship, relationship. I mean, I don't know. It could be a boss dynamic, someone that there used to be mutual feelings of liking each other, and there's a block there. All right. I'm wondering if this situation has to do with this situation and you're just choosing to let it go but not really saying anything. Okay, we'll keep pulling, but this is what I see as your general energy in the month of April, my friends. I mean, you're probably already in this. I mean, we're in the first week of the month. And if my silly self wouldn't have realized that I was missing your reading, this would have already been posted. So hopefully by the time I get this, it's only a day later. I want to get these out to you as soon as possible, my Virgos. All right, thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What's heading towards my Virgos? What do they need to know about? What's going to be going on in the month of April for them? What, if anything, is heading their way, Spirit? What do they need to know? What's going to be coming up in the month of April? I feel like you're looking for something that has like the stability. I see like stability, but not like you want grounded stability is what I'm feeling. Almost like you want something traditional in that sense when it comes. Look, work is just coming out for you, Virgo. You guys are in work mode. And you know what? I don't believe your first reading had this much work vibes. So everything happens for a reason. So I hope that these messages are finding you when you need them the most. Spirit, what's going to be coming up for my Virgos? What do they need to know in the month of April? So if you've been having like a financial situation, or possibly even like some type of health situation, or just maybe feeling left out of something or hitting a hard time, I do see that that is going to get better. I see that there is a focus on your communication and what you communicate and how you communicate it, but it is going to come with, I see some sleeping issues here. What's going to be coming up for my Virgos? Maybe it's possibly even communicating where you're lacking, and not where you are lacking, but I mean what you're lacking, and possibly you need to communicate that. Like if your needs or something isn't being met, or you don't have enough of something, quite possibly that is what you're getting clear on. We have the Magician showing up with the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I did have the feeling that it's going to get you out of your comfort zone a little bit. If you resonate with the financial aspect of this, this is kind of feeling like reevaluating our budget and where our money is going. And that might feel a little uncomfortable, but in this case, it's necessary because there's a very fine balance between being okay and being stressed out. So that's something that will help you gain clarity, is if you just actually look at what you're doing and how you're doing it, it'll help you. I see a very fine balance here needing to be kept. I do see that you are in manifesting mode. We have a Queen of Wands showing up in reverse. We have another person. So the beginning part of your reading also had another person. And this person is showing up as being very passionate and fiery, and someone that, you just know where they stand on something. Their energy kind of commands attention. But they're showing up kind of a little moody. I don't, someone here, there's communication, but when this queen speaks, sometimes people think she's cold, but it's just because she's putting down a boundary. And sometimes people don't like that. So if this was a dynamic, this would be the person laying down the law or saying, hey, X, Y, and Z happened, and this is why, and this is where I'm at now. And this person could be like, well, and go off and maybe argue, or, you know, there's something very fiery about this energy that I'm getting. And again, it feels like there's a fine balance here when it comes to this energy. Possibly you're even back and forth over something regarding this other person. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You know, sometimes when this person shows up, they might be lacking confidence, and it kind of, I don't know why, it kind of feels like jealousy, but it's stemming from a place of lack of confidence. And I don't think that they mean to do that, but it's just, the energy just doesn't feel good with them right now. Something else is going on, but we're not reading for them. We're reading for you, my Virgos. Unless you resonate with that energy. Why the Queen of Swords, Spirit? Yeah, so there's going to be a recovery period for you here that's going to make you feel... we have lots of cards that flew out. I'm not going to take them. I will show them to you, though. There's going to be a recovery period here where you are unburdened. So if you're currently feeling stressed out, expect that to start easing when it comes to how many responsibilities, how many burdens, or how much this situation that you feel you don't have enough of a certain resource is affecting you. I see that that's definitely getting better for you in the month of April. So that's good news, my friends. We have the Hermit card, we have the Death card, and we have Strength in reverse again. So Leo is showing up in your reading, as well as Scorpio and Virgo. So there you are. I see that you are keeping to yourself. It is a period of healing, but you're also trying to let something go and know that it's not for you anymore. Whatever that is, it could be a person, place, thing. It's definitely a cycle that's coming to an end. It could even be how you've been living your life, or how it could be internal in some way, like spiritual. Like I said, I'm sensing a big awakening, meaning you're changing as a person, you're elevating up. Even if it is uncomfortable, it's kind of normal, you know. We go through these ego deaths, Virgo, when we do have an awakening sometimes, and we have to detach from who we thought we were and who we know we're becoming. And sometimes those are so different that they do leave us in this Two of Pentacles energy of going back and forth, and it's hard to break certain habits that you may have had. Especially if it's work vibes, changing your mind when it comes to how you do things or what you're capable of. You know, when we try new things sometimes, especially after we've mastered something in the past, it might feel like we're a little beginner, but, you know, I feel like it's all part of the process. And you're being asked to have the strength and the courage to go to continue on the way that you're going. So I guess I did talk about all those, so I'll leave them there for now. Guys, she's a talker. Let me tell you. All right, Spirit, why the Nine of Swords? I feel like you're internalizing a lot, for sure. Which is okay, because I see you connecting to your intuition, but there's something about late at night. Maybe you have trouble sleeping, or you're getting, you could also be getting psychic messages in your dreams. I'm seeing you being very in tune with your intuition. Let me see. I'm going to leave that upright because I didn't feel like it should be in reverse. We have the Magician with the World card. So it's almost like you are manifesting. You manifested this ending that's coming. Like you made it happen. It's probably because it's what you were putting your focus on. I love this. I'm going to put this right here because you're manifesting your happiness. And I feel like whatever this big situation that it is that you're closing out, Virgo, it's like when you were manifesting it, you knew that essentially that's where your happiness lies. Even if now you have moments of self-doubt, it's just because you're actually in it. You're like, okay, like shit's getting real, you know? And like I can't stress it enough. You're in the process. You're very back and forth about, do I trust this? Do I not? Was this the right leap of faith? Should I take the leap of faith? There's something here you're gonna just have to trust, because like I said, I'm getting the vibe here that you may be going from a situation that was comfortable in some way and it kept you comfortable, but deep down you knew possibly that it wasn't for you, or maybe something happened and it just stopped working out. And now moving forward, it does feel weird. It does feel uncomfortable. Again, like there was something that you worked for to create a form of stability, but at the end of the day, I don't think it provided you with everything you needed, whatever that was. So that could be why also you were feeling like you didn't have enough. But whatever it is, I see you being like unburdened by it. If anything, you're dealing more like with the emotional and spiritual aspect of it, which is like the internal back and forth, and getting a little uncomfortable perhaps. But you're being encouraged. I see you moving forward. I see you moving forward and getting out of your comfort zone. But you are going to be feeling back and forth about this, if you should trust this new start, if you should, what, because you just don't know everything. And some of you might also be having imposter syndrome. And I want to tell you that if that's what you're feeling, acknowledge it, process it, and just let it go. Because, you're not an imposter. I'll tell you who's an imposter. The freaking scammer that I have on Instagram. That's an imposter, my friends. Unless you're out here copying someone's every exact move and work, you are not an imposter. The Six of Cups it came out sideways. I'll leave it upright. There could be a childhood connection, or like sweet memories with this person who is a little fiery. You could be missing how things used to be, or thinking really good thoughts about how it used to be. Maybe that keeps you back and forth. I don't know. I don't think that's going to resonate for everyone. I don't know. It could. You guys will have to let me know. Bottom of the deck, now we have the Emperor upright. This is encouraging you to take charge of your life, okay? And we have the Empress. Oh my gosh, divine counterparts. Y'all. Ooh, I love this energy. Like, this is masculine and feminine balance. This is the femme in her divine feminine, creating, nurturing, giving life to things, projects. I don't know, some of you people. New ideas, the seeds that she plants grows. People can come to her. She's viewed as someone who's very abundant. And there is no gender, it's just feminine energy. And then we have her masculine counterpart, which is the leader, the one that faces challenges head on with a plan and with conviction, and is someone who can like lead the village, in a good way, not someone who's gone like power hungry. And it's a very nice balance here. I love this. So some of you, depending on what this situation covered for you, I mean, if it was a relationship, I was getting work vibes, but whatever it is, it feels like there's a divine counterpart that's around you, or possibly this new path is setting you towards this if you don't have it yet. All right, my friends. Let's see. Where are we at? All right, let's move on to the love part of your reading. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. All right, my Virgos. Let's see what's going on in your love life. Could be more of the same. I don't know. We have this Emperor showing up. He wants to stay in the picture. Is that you, or is that someone else, Virgo? Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What's going on with my Virgo's love life in the month of April, Spirit? What's going on with my Virgo's love life in the month of April? What do my Virgos need to know about their love life in the month of April, Spirit? Oops. What do my Virgos need to know about their love life, Spirit, in the month of April? I did see the King of Cups in reverse. So something's making you or someone emotional. We have the Star card. So we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy coming through. I feel like someone here is undecided or doesn't really want to think about what they truly want. I don't know. Let's keep going. What's going on with my Virgo's love life in the month of... Oh, that's why. Because you're wondering where you should put your investment. For some of you, if this is, if you're already kind of involved with someone, you're debating if this is just sexual or if there's something else here to invest in because you kind of want to. But for now, it might just be like more on the physical side and less on the emotional side. Possibly you're emotionally conflicted. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Virgo's love life. What's going on with that, Spirit? Someone's left you waiting. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Why the Queen of Cups in reverse? Yeah, whatever the situation is, it's left you really confused. And in that, it's left you confused over how you feel about it, how you think about it. You know, even if you're not confused, it's like you're not clear. There's something here that you're not... I don't know if maybe you feel like someone's not telling the truth. There's a lot of conflict and drama, possibly competition when it comes to this Aquarius, if it is an Aquarius. If not, this is you being conflicted, keep staying hopeful. You're trying to heal and stay hopeful. But it comes with like drama and conflict. Maybe that's you feeling conflicted. Why the Seven of Pentacles? The way it used to be. Why the Nine? Find balance. Okay. Why the Three? Oh. Are you guys talking? You might not be talking. I feel like you don't... Why the Three of Swords? Why the Tower? Why the Tower? Interesting, my Virgos. So I feel like, why the Seven with the Six of Cups? Spirit. You're really trying to figure out how to move forward, but at the same time not moving forward. So you might be thinking about it. Okay, so one thing's for sure. You want to work on this. Now, this situation, this feels like there might be a third, like something else involved, whether that's another person or a job or a family member or something that kind of is thrown in as an extra hurdle in this situation. Let me see what I see here. I don't necessarily pick up on the other person as much as I pick up on how you're feeling about it. So only you'll know if this resonates or applies to your situation. But whatever it is, I kind of already talked about how it makes you like emotional. It either leaves you emotional or just really conflicted over how you feel. I kind of have the feeling that you're not really sure how to move forward, and you're not even sure if you want to make the decision. Like there's something here that's kind of holding you back, but at the same time, I don't know if you feel like staying in the energy of not deciding is helping you like not feel the hurt or the disappointment. There's something here that you're holding back and you're waiting for something, because if you decide to break out of that, that's when that's when you'll be like, okay, I've officially been left waiting for this to happen. It never did. And that really, it hurts. There's a younger fire sign showing up. Doesn't have to be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You do keep getting those signs in your reading. So, only you'll know, but it feels like this person, it was really fun and it had the potential, like if you guys went out on a date or if you just DM'd back and forth, like it felt really fun. And then all of a sudden, maybe this person just stopped or it turned into them kind of showing a different side of themselves to you. Maybe they were like a little like negative, but like in an immature way. And you were like, oh, okay. There seems to be something of that sort because it feels like sexually, like, or like feeling attracted or like having that spark, even if it wasn't physical and it was, like I said, like messaging of some sort, like it was there. And I think it maybe came out of nowhere or there was something very unexpected about it. Possibly it was very sudden. But, and I think that this is something that you had wished for at some point, but when you got it, it wasn't what you thought it would be. I see you really questioning and trying to be patient in the situation, and you're questioning like the time, the energy, like the emotion, whatever it is, like you're questioning your investment. I do see that there is a part of you that wants to work on this because you've either known this person for a long time, possibly your youth, or there was something here that felt like you knew them. It feels like it was something from a long time ago may have been triggered. Maybe you're also like really missing them, but there's something about the way you're thinking about it that's keeping you, it's kind of holding you back. But I feel you're holding yourself back on purpose. And only you'll know why, Virgo, but that's what I see is coming up for you in love. I feel like you want to get to a better place. Like you wish you're like, I wish this was better. But at the same time, you're not taking the action to move forward. And I don't see this really moving forward. I kind of see things being stuck in the past when it comes to how something is thought of. There could also be something about childhood, maybe the dynamics or relationships that we saw from back then that are still in us that we don't realize. And when we're involved with new people, even if we're not fully involved with someone and you happen to have a spark with someone, like I said, like over DMs or whatever, and it's so fun and you're like, whoa, like this feels like someone very familiar. And it leaves you like wanting to invest in it because these kind of connections, they don't come up every day. But at this point, I don't know if something was triggered from the past that needs some kind of healing, whatever the dynamic is. I don't see it moving forward though. You are being asked with this temperance card, we have Sagittarius coming through again. So maybe you're dealing, I mean, that's a fire sign. Like I said, you keep getting fire, but, there's something here about someone like they're either not wanting to be single. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That someone here doesn't want to be single, but you're being asked to just kind of temper that and know that there's like, okay, my Virgos, don't take offense to what I'm about to say, but it's what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling. It's like don't let the idea that you just don't want to be on your own anymore distract you from other things, if that makes sense. Like from the bigger picture. Like don't let that be the thing that keeps you in this waiting energy. Now, unless in this waiting energy is best for you and that's how you truly feel, only you'll know. There is definitely no judgment here. I'm just kind of saying what's coming through as I'm channeling through the cards, and that's what I feel. I feel like someone's here is being asked to be like, hey, there's something from the past. You've lived your entire life. You've had different experiences. There's past experiences that you haven't fully brought into your present. Like there's things that you've learned along the way that in this moment you're possibly not remembering or not bringing with you. And I only say that because emotionally, I kind of see you being either overly emotional or like wanting to, I don't know. There's something about our feelings in this that we're not thinking clearly. And I see no communication, perhaps. and just like an energy of just waiting. But I don't know if at this point you're still in the time frame that you thought that you would be as to how long you would be waiting. And there's something here that in doing so, it's kind of blocking your intuition. Also be careful, like if you do talk to other people, don't let this be a situation that you listen to other people over listening to yourself. Like make sure you listen to yourself. And I think I kind of felt that earlier too when I said only you know what feels better. But yeah, I feel like you've definitely withdrew emotionally and in communicating. All right, let's see what else comes through for your love reading before we close your horoscope out with some charms, my Virgo friends. Oh my goodness. All right, thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What advice do we have for my Virgos when it comes to their love life in the month of April? What advice do we have for my Virgo, Spirit, when it comes to their love life in the month of April? What advice, Spirit, do we have for my Virgos when it comes to their... Oh, I almost dropped the cards. When it comes to their love life in the month of April. I just saw the King of Swords underneath the deck. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You did have that star card. What advice, Spirit? Keep having a little cluster of cards. I feel like if you are already dealing with someone, they might be a little non-committal and it's left you kind of waiting or sitting back. I see that if that is a person already that I said you're involved with, I see you're very attracted to them. There's that Devil card. You're being asked to... the Two of Swords again. When the Devil's reversed, we're letting go of things that are not good for us. And, there are a pair of lovers on this card who are chained together, but it's very restrictive. It's not in a thriving environment. It's in an environment that's overindulgent in some way. So if it's sexual, it's like, well, then there we go. It might just be a sexual connection. If it's something that triggers past bad memories in some way, then, only you'll know if this is really good for you. But I see the advice here is asking you and reminding you that you have the power to take off those chains that are holding you down. And this could be, for some of you, a repeated cycle. This is what's keeping you from moving, from being able to move forward. We have the Empress, beautiful energy there. You had that at the bottom of the deck in your general portion of the reading with the Two of Pentacles. You're very back and forth. What's the advice? You're back and forth over what's going to make you happy, possibly even mother energy. Wow. Four of Wands. I love this. Commitment, home, marriage for some of you. We'll take that up right. Why the Devil in reverse? Oh, okay. I do not like to see that. So my group number, wrong freaking reading, my Virgos. Just what I'm seeing here is a like a little note that staying in the energy of not wanting to decide is actually keeping you in a state of stress and conflict. Okay, someone here isn't acting at your level. Someone here is bringing you false promises. And I don't see movement forward with this person. If anything, I see lies. And I'm so sorry to say that. If you watch my videos regularly, you know I never flat out say that. I always say, like, someone's not doing what they say they're going to do, or they might be keeping something. No, but in your case, my Virgo, I see a flat out liar. They look good, they smell good, they feel good, they know what to say, but they know what to say, and they're saying just enough to try to keep you in this waiting energy, which I think it has worked up until now, my friends. You have the power to unchain yourself and be this Empress. You're way too valuable in this situation for someone to be lying to you. You have a wish fulfillment of commitment, possibly even marriage or having a home with this person, having a family with this person. So it's leaving you back and forth over how to move forward. This is asking you to put your logic and your brains. And when I see this, I see your logic and your intelligence and your thoughts and your communication are lining up with your intuition. There's something here about speaking, about coming into your truth. It's going to feel better, and it's going to make you happy is what I see. And it's going to help wrap up a big cycle. Whatever this is, like I said, it's just kind of keeping you feeling back and forth. I'm feeling very undecided, very pros and cons. But you are being told here that there is something very restrictive that's been holding you back from fully thriving or from getting to what you want. I don't think you're necessarily feeling the best in the situation, but someone here hasn't been telling the truth with the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is telling me that someone's been telling you what they know that you want to hear, and it's been working because I understand. I completely understand this energy. I read enough for different, scenarios to understand it. And it feels like this person has just kind of messed with your head to the point where you don't really have plans on moving forward. You're very back and forth about it, but you are being encouraged. Like what I'm hearing is that in your not wanting or not ready to make a decision, it's just going to continue to keep you in this energy of this Ten of Swords. But really, you're this Empress. Like things don't end here for you. If anything, there's more to come because this Empress belongs with these cards, with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. Anyone would be lucky to have this Empress. Even if in your everyday life you may forget that or you may not think about that, it's true. You are trying to, I don't know how hopeful you are in this situation. And I don't know how recognized that is. Like, I don't know how recognized it is what you want. Maybe your wish fulfillment is coming, will come in when you clearly speak your truth. Now, if this isn't you, I see an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, someone who's really, like people come to them for ideas. They communicate very well. There's something here about good communication with this person. And I think you're going to feel it's right if this is another person outside of yourself. All right, my friends. I think that is all I have for you in this part of the reading, as I'm still going through and looking. I got sucked into your reading. All right, let's pull some charms before we close your reading. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else can you tell my Virgo friends? What else can my Virgo friends know? You got the Wu-Tang Killer Bee Honey Drip pin. Anytime this comes up, I think of Empress vibes because she does have those beautiful honeybees flying around her, a sign of abundance. I love that for you. Then we have the Bjork wearing her swan dress. So maybe someone here likes Bjork. Maybe your sense of fashion or style is a little bit different and it catches attention. I like it. We have, I'm right on top of that rose. There's those work vibes I was feeling from the first part of your reading. We have the Hot Sunday pin. This to me is like the Three of Cups, leaning in to your good friends, having a good time, meeting up with them, taking a break if you need to. We have thanks. I got it at Versace, a reminder to stay true to yourself, but in your situation, because we did get the Rosalia pin where she is wearing a mask. This to me feels like Seven of Swords, like someone's hiding the truth about something. And we know this is from Showgirls. Nomi Malone, she just faked the funk and became whatever she wanted to become. And she also tried to get away with some things. So maybe someone here is trying to get away with some things. All right, my Virgo friends, that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I will make sure to save it this go around, and I will catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my Capricorn friends, and welcome to your April horoscope reading, my friends. I hope you've all been doing amazing. And let's jump right in. This is kind of a long one. I haven't meant to, but they've just been running at about 35 minutes. So if you're down to ride, let's get to it. The first part of your reading, we will be going over your general energy for the month of April, what's heading your way. We'll be asking for advice. Then the second portion of your reading, we will be focusing on love. I will say for most of the signs, love has crept into the general portion, especially if there's some important messages that you need to hear there. So yeah, let's get to it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for my Capricorn friends. What is my Capricorn's friends' energy for the month of April, Spirit? What's my Cappy's energy going to be the month of April? What can you tell us about my Capricorns in the month of April? We have the Star card and the Ten of Cups in reverse, trying to maintain hopeful over a situation at home or within your family that just isn't feeling good right now. I see that you're trying to heal and you're trying to be hopeful that things, are going to work out. We have the Two of Cups. There is a partnership showing up right off the bat. If it's romantic or a friend, there's an ending to the current cycle. Let's see what this is about. Cappies, what's my Cappy's energy? Wow, you guys. Two of Cups upright, Two of Cups reverse. So some of you could be, there's feelings that this connection with this person, it's like strong, but there's also a blockage in between you guys. There's an ending to something that hasn't been right. It's time to change. It's time to shift it, even if there is resistance. I don't know if you guys go back and forth between being good and working well together and not, or being together and not being together. We have the Queen of Wands showing up. Why the Star card, Spirit? You don't want to worry about this anymore. You don't want to lose sleep over it anymore. I feel like you've been dealing with it, stressed out, and probably even hurt for a while, and you're like, now I got to heal. Why the Ten of Cups in reverse? Maybe you've been very outspoken over how you feel about the situation, but you're still hanging on to it, even if right now things aren't working well within your people, your family, your community. Why the Two of Cups? Why the World card, Spirit? Why the Two of Cups in reverse? Oh, okay. Wow. Why the Queen of Wands? Okay. What's up with this King of Pentacles, Spirit? What's with this King of Pentacles? Okay, one more. What is it that's coming to an end? What cycle? Oh. All right. It's for you to know and for me not to find out. No, but for real, I was just shown the answer is blocked for me. So this message is for you, my Capricorn. Let's see if you hear what you need to hear and get something out of it. But what I'm feeling is that possibly you have been vocal in communicating about how unhappy you are in this situation. If this is a family or if this is, whatever, I feel like it's family. I feel like it's your people. And there's a sense of saying, hey, like something's got to change, or something isn't right. I'm not happy. You're not happy, whatever it is. Part of that is coming from your healing, because I feel like you've probably have had to go within and deal with certain things from the inside. But I do see you communicating your truth when it comes to this, but you're holding on tightly because this situation, I don't think it's been enough for you for a while, possibly ever, but I don't know. I do see that you worked hard to get to this stability that you have with this person or within this situation. There might be a fear here about it's either holding on really tight and not wanting to let go, but there could also be something about money that is keeping you like holding on tight. It just feels like it's not holding on because it's thriving. It's holding on because it's what you know and what you've grown accustomed to and what's become comfortable for you. So now what I was like oohing and awing to myself earlier is because now I understand this message from the outside and perhaps even yourself. There's been we're good. Everything is good. Yeah. Probably when you interact, it's all you keep the peace because you're kind of hiding or detached or just ignoring what isn't working. And I see that you're going to be truthful. Your big message here, Capricorn, is you're going to be speaking your truth. That's the energy that I see you in for the month of April. There's something here that you've been avoiding for too long when it comes to this partnership and this connection that feels like there was potential there, but there's a blockage because someone here hasn't been honest with what is what. But I see someone here is coming clean. They're pretty much expressing like how they've been feeling or what they've been thinking, whatever it is. It feels like it's something that you're finally able to address that in the past you were detaching from and didn't want to deal with. I do see that there is an ending coming. I don't see heartbreak in the situation, at least not yet. I don't see sadness. I see more of a clarity and truth over maybe wrapping things up, whatever this is. So even if this isn't a breakup or a separation, it feels like however you've been living is about to change. So if you've been not expressing how you really feel about something or your truth about something, that's about to change and it's going to help elevate the situation. This ending that's coming, it doesn't come without, I hate to say it, a reward. It feels like the reward is going to be you getting out of this energy and shifting into the next chapter of your life. In this situation, I am seeing a King of Pentacles here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Doesn't have to be. This is a masculine energy who is a provider, maybe even a father or a boss at work, but this person is very self-focused right now, and they're not giving you the stability and the reliability that you know that they're capable of or that they should be giving. They're kind of focusing on themselves, and they're not really making a move. They're not thinking about the future. Or if they are, they're like, no, I'm just staying right here. But there's an energy here that you're going to see the truth for what it is in this situation, and that's really going to help you. When you see the truth of the situation, you're going to step into this beautiful Queen of Wands energy, which is very like ready to take the ram by the horns because we're in Aries season. You're ready to move forward with only the things that get you excited. And there's something here that's long term. It was committed, it felt stable, but there's something about you taking control and going after the things you want. After a long period of time of possibly being in a situation that wasn't growing, that if this was a commitment, it never fully bloomed into what it could have been. If this was a job, it financially didn't provide everything that you hoped for, even though it is stable, even though it does give, it's just not giving you for the long term. And there's a realization that comes in when it comes to something about that. And I mean, your story is obviously going to vary, but that's kind of the big energy that I'm getting here. I do see you standing very confident about whatever it is. I feel like throughout the month, it's like healing, but you're ending up in a place where there's you're feeling confident to move forward with the things that you know are meant for you. There's something that you're ready to bring in when it comes to the passionate side of you, something that hasn't been there for a while. All right, my friends, let's look into, thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Let's look into what's heading your way. What do you need to know about? Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What's heading towards my Cappies? What's heading towards my Capricorns' way? What do they need to know about the month of April, Spirit? What do they need to know about the month of April, Spirit? What do they need to know? about the month of April. What's heading their way? Oh, all right. The Page of Wands. Someone could be talking, like a negative talker, like venting, or something that used to be fun and it's not anymore. We'll see what that's about. You're over it. You're like, I'm not going to be scared anymore. I'm not going to be in my head. I love this new opportunity. But you're going to be a little hesitant. You're going to be holding back. Yeah, you're definitely going to be hanging back. You have an opportunity that's coming here. Could be new work, new home, new beginning of some sort. But you're holding back. You're like, you know what? Oh, you know what? You view this person as being immature. You view this person as someone you used to have fun with. And now you don't believe what they say because you feel like there's been too many empty promises. So that's why I don't think I don't know if you're going to take them up on this opportunity or if this opportunity is related. But what I'm seeing over here is that you're going to want to step back and evaluate. And that's really the best thing you can do, Capricorn, because you've been told something before was going to happen and it didn't. And the energy is coming off as immature. King of Pentacles is showing up again. There could be a child involved. If it is a child involved, they are, I don't want to say a handful, but they probably have you know how some kids, like attitude-wise or personality-wise, they're just a little more fiery. Like they get upset easily. Maybe even cause trouble. I don't know. Don't get offended, Capricorn. It just feels like there's something about the father-son or father-child dynamic where the father's standing in his position even though there's something not right going on. Oh, that's not going to be for everybody. There's another masculine coming up. There's the King of Cups here. Love. This king is loving but doesn't show it. Either way, you're not stressing about it anymore. What's this Ace of Pentacles about, Spirit? Oh. The Tower. You have the opportunity. This Tower, though, this abrupt change or opportunity to create abrupt change might feel like it comes out of nowhere, but it's actually an opportunity to create the change that is needed, even though it's going to be like changing the dynamic of a lot of things, perhaps. Why the Knight of Swords in reverse? Oh my God, there's no movement here with this situation. You're going to feel, you're going to be, okay, so you're going to pull back because there's just no movement. We have Knight of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This person or whatever is surrounding you has very young energy, meaning maybe emotional, spiritual, mental, not as mature as you are, but there's a holding back here. There's a lack of planning and moving forward with the situation. And you pump the brakes, you pull the e-brake or pump the e-brake. I don't even know, do cars pull e-brakes anymore? You guys know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm feeling. It's like a giant ass stop sign I'm seeing. Why the Hanged Man? Your Ten of Pentacles. You're sitting back evaluating your long-term commitment. Someone here is being very logical, or you could be dealing with an air sign. There's lots of people showing up in your reading. There's 3 kings. There's a page. There's a bunch of knights. I don't know if this is a work situation and a work situation that used to have really fun projects and now things just aren't. But there's like a stable figure that is like grounded in their position in the situation. There's also you no longer stressing about love. Maybe that's who's showing you love or who loves you. Also part of your like possibly like inner healing and work going on. Like I said, I kind of view this tower as an opportunity to really shift things, but you're pumping the brakes because you're trying to gain a new perspective and a new understanding. What is going on in my long-term commitment, my long-term plan, where I have invested, where my stability is, what's going to continue to give me for as long as I want or as long as I need. You're being very logical. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, like Capricorn, like yourself, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Honestly, all signs are showing up. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Who's this King of Swords? Someone's being very logical about the, you know what it is? I think this King of Swords might be you. Death card. I was kind of waiting for that because you're being very logical here. You're like, we've been down this road before. I remember you have mental receipts. You have receipts that maybe you haven't been talking about in the past. I remember last November 16th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. when you told me that you felt X, Y, and Z, and then it didn't happen. Like now you're being very logical about what it is you need to let go of and what these old broken promises. It's like you're kind of done with it and you're like you're putting your, you know what it is, Capricorn? I feel like you're putting your mind and your thoughts over your emotions. You're like no longer worried about who shows you love, or it's almost like you're putting that aside, or you're no longer stressing out about whoever this King of Cups is. You have different people showing up, my Cappies. All right, let's look at your advice. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Ooh, my heart started pumping when I thought our baby boy was coming. I'm so excited to have another Aries boy in the family to keep us all on our toes. All right, thank you, Spirit. What advice do we have for my Capricorns? What advice do we have for my Capricorns? What advice, Spirit, do my Capricorns most need to hear for their highest good? For their highest good, what do my Cappies need to hear, Spirit? Oh, I'm getting all jumbled up. My cards are so tired. These horoscopes, they're like, you asked so much of me. What advice? Encouraging movement ahead. We'll see what that's about. Too early to tell. There's hesitancy here. What advice do we have? Okay, so a little confusion. So it's like you want to charge ahead, but you're not exactly sure how, and that's okay, Cappy. Like that's totally fine. You're taking a time out. Your things might not be moving, but this is kind of what it's leading up to, you know? For most of the month, I think you're going to be sitting back and just kind of like working on yourself, on how you're thinking, what you're thinking, and you're going to reach a point of clarity. Okay, but it's going to feel a little scary, and it's going to feel like you maybe don't have the power, the courage to create the change that you want to, but you know that something here isn't working out and you've been ignoring it for a while. You've been ignoring your dissatisfaction and possible detachment from the situation. You've been ignoring maybe how someone here has come in and, I don't know if taken advantage is the right word, but just kind of taken what they need from you. Why the Two of Swords in reverse? Yeah, right now, I think I was saying that when I was shuffling. Right now, I feel like you don't feel power in your power to create the change that you want to create in this partnership, in this relationship. Why the Seven of Cups, Spirit? It's something here has been too unreliable and too hot and cold when it comes to the options that you've had. And what's keeping you from moving forward is your courage, or feeling like you don't have the courage, or having the bravery to take charge. That Spirit is pointing out that part of this battle is how you view yourself and the strength and the power that you have. Why the Four of Cups in reverse? Because you do have it, my Cappies. You're a freaking Capricorn. Like, notice how your card has not popped out in your reading. Your card is the Devil card. When that card shows up, that tells me that my Capricorns are on point. They are working hard. They are handling their business. Like, the Devil card is not bad in your reading. The Devil card is like your power in a reading. And what I see here is not feeling like you have your power. And that's kind of part of the struggle, part of the challenge per se, is your perception on your own self is what's holding you back and kind of discouraging you from really taking bold action and facing your fears head on. There's a real, like, you keep pumping the brakes, and that's also kind of keeping you in a state of confusion. Like I said, I do think that there is going to be some form of clarity coming in for you at some point in the month. But this is just kind of like where the energy is floating around. You're waiting. I feel like you're waiting to see if something here maybe starts giving or if it starts working better. Maybe there is a time factor that you're waiting on. An acknowledgement as well. But I feel like you're feeling defensive and you've been defending something. Whatever it is, it's kept you in a very detached energy. I see that you're hopeful for a new emotional beginning. But I don't know if your new emotional beginning is with this same situation. That's only up to you, because I'm seeing that you might not want to give it a second chance or a third chance or a fourth chance, however many chances you've given it. I don't know if you're going to want to, but I do see that you are hopeful that you're going to like have renewed feelings within you of love. And that could even mean just making decisions based off of what's best for you, depending on what your situation is. Okay. Let me see if there, oh, you're so detached. There's just a feeling of not wanting to deal with something. But I do see movement coming. I see it. You might even party. There's going to be a reason to celebrate in April as well. I see a get together. There's going to be something that makes you happy. All right. My Capricorns, that's what I have for you. Do you like how I threw in that little thing about a get-together, a party? I'm like, don't worry, Cappy, you have other stuff going on. This is just the main theme that Spirit wanted to make you aware of. All right, let's get into your love life, my friends. Even though I think that was a lot of love for most of you in there. I don't know. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What's going on in my Capricorn's love life in the month of April? Yeah, Cappy, I think that was love for you because I'm already seeing a lot of the same cards. Oh, my poor cards are getting so tired. I'm seeing the Seven of Cups. I'm seeing that Page of Pentacles again. So we'll see if they decide to come through. One more. My Capricorn's love life, Spirit. What is going on in April in my Cappy's love life? What's going on in April in my Capricorn's love life? Conflict. Other people could be involved. All right. Six of Wands in reverse. A lack of recognition or not feeling like you're winning in the situation. Not feeling recognized, perhaps. Unfinished business or a resistance to an ending, a delayed ending. Conflicted, possible arguments. There's a Six of Cups here, so it shows like a nostalgia, perhaps missing someone. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Why the Five of Wands? There's no movement here. There's no movement forward. There's like no plan of making something better. Why the Six of Wands in reverse? Why the Six of Wands in reverse? Yeah, there's empty promises here. Someone keeps promising something else and then they don't. Oh, my poor cards. I don't even know how they're getting so beat up, but it's all the energies, I guess. I'm very connected to my decks, guys. Why the World in reverse, Spirit? Oh, shit. Wow, two major arcanas in reverse. All right, my Cappy friends, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, okay? The situation that you're in, it's a karmic situation, and there's a repetitive cycle that keeps happening here until you break away, until you break the cycle. And this could even be not just with this person. This could be relationships in general. There's a repeated pattern here. But yeah, for sure, it could be with the same person. So if you're currently involved with someone, I see that there is a lot of conflict and no movement forward. There feels like there's a lack of recognition. I mean, this is if you're single as well. Maybe you feel like you're not being seen and you're tired of dealing with people that only like bring you empty promises. But at the same time, I'm seeing that there is you can't elevate the situation because possibly you keep going back or you stay in the same situation of repeating a pattern. And I hate to tell you, my Cappies, but one of the big things I've been working on personally is identifying my own patterns, because what was the point of going through my painful past and breaking away from certain things if I'm just going to go ahead and meet someone else in a different meat suit and they might possibly be but kind of the same, or I'm repeating a pattern. You know, it's like there's something there when it comes to this part of your reading. And I feel like you're just kind of like you're over that behavior, and there's definitely like no movement forward. I don't know if there's competition in the situation or if there's conflict with other people around you or just like tension in general, but it's just not moving forward. There's also a feeling of you being mentally conflicted or possibly even having an argument where your truth wasn't spoken or something wasn't clearly said or it was taken out of context or mistaken by the other person. There's conflict in your reading, but it's like conflict that's coming with it's other people. I'm not sure who. I'm not really seeing any one particular person, but it feels like it's conflict coming from the outside. If this is not arguments with someone else, this is showing me that in your mind, you're mentally conflicted and it's keeping you from being able to have clarity. It's like keeping you from being able to view a clear path or even like figure out what you want to say or how you even think about a situation. I feel like during this time, you got the Hangman again, you're going to be hanging back and just gaining a new perspective, possibly viewing the situation from a different angle. But I feel like you're missing someone or you're thinking of how things used to be. Maybe there's something about childhood coming up during this time. It feels good, but it feels like it's past memories during this time where you're just pulling back. And I feel that new perspective coming in for sure. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're done fighting for situations that you've been working hard at, you've been putting in the effort, you've been trying to put your focus into, and you fought for these things. And now you're like, the fight's not in me anymore. You're maybe becoming more vulnerable about the fact that you have put in all this effort, or all the effort that has been put in has led nowhere. But it feels like you're putting down the wand and you're like, you know what, I'm not defending myself. I'm not fighting anymore. Like I don't want this conflict. All right. That is what I have for you there. I definitely feel like the general part of your reading. It's like this is a continuation for most of you, perhaps. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What advice can you give my Capricorns when it comes to their love life, Spirit? What advice can you give my Capricorns when it comes to their love life? What advice can you give my Capricorns when it comes to their love life? What advice? For some of you, I have a message of like getting out of if you're feeling very stuck and restricted and your mind, it's just like almost trapped, a mental prison, just know that it could be the things that you're telling yourself that are making you feel more trapped, and you are being encouraged to step into your independence. Your singlehood, if that applies to you, and know that you are a hard worker and you can make things happen. It's going to be a time for work in progress where You're not going to be starting at the exact place you want to be, but you're only going to be building up. So that message, yeah, look at releasing burdens. Releasing burdens and extra responsibilities you don't need to be carrying anymore in order to move forward. I see forward movement to something that feels more balanced, more give and take. What you put into it, you get something out of it. This is coming after that tower moment. This is the recovery period, okay? We have the Emperor in reverse, someone not feeling confident. We also have the High Priestess. I love that for you. This is showing me that your intuition, and look at, there's that card that I was saying about getting out of your head. This feels to me like your intuition is talking to you and telling you things. The universe might be showing you signs. Your third eye is awakening. There's secrets here. There's mystery. You're not really sharing with other people the transformation that's going on within you. On the outside, on the inside, this is how I feel you're feeling. Like you intuitively, you know what's up and what's what. But on the outside, I feel like someone here isn't very confident to take the lead. This Emperor in reverse is not leading in the situation. They're kind of, they might be stubborn or just not making a move. They're not feeling in their power. Why the Chariot? Oh my gosh. Beautiful. You're going to progress. Like, it's not just about moving forward. You're going to progress in your life, Capricorn. You're going to be heading towards the direction you're meant to go in. This ending, it's a moving forward. It's moving forward. It's ending how things currently are. Whatever this ending is, there's something big that's changing for you. I mean, this could be anything big in your life. You'll know what that is if it applies to you. Why the Six of Pentacles? I love that. Having the courage. Why the Strength card? You're getting the same cards, but this time you're in alignment. There's something here about you. I don't know if you've been holding back or if you're not feeling strong or like brave enough, but there's something here about bringing things back into balance with situations that you're giving to, but you're going to get back as well. And there's a new cycle that wants to begin for you. These are major things going on in your life, Cappies. You're not going to be living in the same way. It's like something here is changing, but it's in alignment. Look, I was shuffling and I just saw, oh my God, I love it. You got the Sun card. That's what's waiting for you. Happiness and joy is waiting for you after you make some adjustments. Why the Tower in reverse? There's a wanting to hold back. It's almost like you're kind of, I don't know if you're going to want to ignore or detach, but it's like the very thing you're trying to detach from is the thing that has to be addressed. There's something here about fear of moving too quickly or being hasty. So the memories that you have with this Emperor are kind of clouding your vision. Just be careful about overly fantasizing. If this isn't you and this is someone else, this is showing me whoever this is, we already talked about the energy that they're in, but something about this person, it's they're fantasizing and they're staying stuck in the past. And there's kind of like a little, we're not going to call it a red flag. We'll call it a yellow flag that just needs to be like, just think about it because there's something here that's past memories that are clouding and maybe even keeping this person from taking charge. Why the High Priestess? Why the High Priestess? I feel like, you know, that with the Three of Cups, it's about reunion. It's about getting back together. It's about having fun with people, friends, family. Why the High Priestess with the Three of Cups? Having hope. It's almost like having hope that you're going to have joy back in your life or that you're going to be able to be close or get back together with certain people that fill your cup that are actually like good for you. I also feel you're going to be highly in tune with other people. So maybe these could be like-minded like-minded relationships or something of that sort that kind of bring a sense of hope and healing, something that you need. I'm sensing you being very much tapped into your intuitive powers. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress upright. I feel like that's going to be you, someone who's ready to flourish and create and call the experiences in that they want, someone that isn't chasing. That's also a divine counterpart to this Emperor. Okay. All right. Yay. I say yay because I saw that Sun card again. I can't help but say yay when I see the Sun card, when this is telling me that no matter what you're going through, you're going to find your joy and your happiness, my Capricorns. The road may be bumpy, but the destination might be worth it. Did I just make that up? Someone call me out if that was a meme, like a quote or something, but I kind of feel like I brought that out. Spirit brought that out. All right, my friends. Hey, I've been channeling for a really long time at this point. I get a little loopy. Let's see what the charms have to say for you, my friends. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. What else do my Capricorns need to know? All right. We have the dad pin. I did feel that there was a father dynamic in the picture. We have keep at it. Don't give up, my friends. Keep that hope. Oh my God, you got you got the crystal ball pin, which I absolutely love because I was saying I feel like there's something psychic and very intuitive about you during this time. We have if you want my future, forget my past, a Spice Girl lyric. Maybe that means something to you. Maybe it does not. Let's see what else we have here. We have sadness showing up in the situation along with this ending. We have the death card, which does signify a chapter is coming to a close. And there is sadness that is being acknowledged. Maybe someone here also likes to cure, but this is sadness. We're going to put them right there. We have Mickey wearing the sheet dressed up as a ghost. I think there's 2 Mickey pins. And we have the Mickey LA Dodger ears pin. So maybe someone here likes Mickey. There's also nostalgia coming through in your readings, so that might tie in as well. There's also something about not being truthful and not revealing yourself, your true self. We have that there. I feel like there was somewhere else. Oh, no, that was it. We have realize, realize, realize. Again, something about revealing. It's like trying to figure out what's real and what's an illusion, including whatever that is. That could be beliefs, people, like how we view things, like what's real, what am I making up in my head that's making me even more reluctant. So it's like trying to discern, using your discernment, which falls into the psychic. And I think you're going to be leaning into your intuition because when someone tells you one thing and your intuition tells you another, you're going to know to listen to that. We have the churro pin. Maybe someone here likes churros. And then we have the Night King pin, which this to me is like cold as ice. Like someone here has shut off their emotions or not really showing their emotions. So the Ice King. This could also be very King of Swords, someone who's being very logical in the situation. All right, my Cappies, that is what I have for you today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.